Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kat, and today I just wanted to do a little demo and playing with a new eyeshadow palette. I got this part of Sephora's, one of their many sales they had over the holidays. It was the $25 off a $75 order. I ordered this and something else, I forget off the top of my head. I made a few orders this holiday season at Sephora, so I picked up the Natasha Denona Cranberry Palette. This is a 5-pan eyeshadow palette, and it is much bigger than the mini one. Hold on one second. Let me... Oh. Sorry guys, I wanted to compare the mini size to the regular 5-pan palette. So as you can see, there is a difference, about one shade bigger. And in the mini palette, you're getting 0.8 grams. In this one, you are getting 2.5 grams a pan, or 0.08 ounces per pan. And this is a purpley reddish plum colored palette, so you get 3 shimmers and 2 mattes, and I will swatch them for you. You get a lighter berry red color, and you get like a dark kind of plum color. So let me swatch those. So that's what they look like. They kind of look, well, you can tell on the swatch that they look a little different. I wonder on the eyes if it would look different, because I've worn one of the colors or the other one on my eye. I haven't tried mixing them, so we'll see how that works out today. And let me swatch the 3 shimmers now. Okay, you have this lilac-y purple with micro shimmer, this really pretty bronze with like a purplish shift in it, and then a goldy champagne color. So that is what the shimmers look like. Those are freaking gorgeous. So I think with a palette like this, you're not gonna, you know, get a ton of different looks, but you will get a few pretty looks out of it. So we'll just do both colors in the crease. I'll probably start with this color, like all the way in the crease, and then just to deepen up like in the lower area of my crease, I'll go with the darker color. And I think I'm going to do this on the lid and then put this as a topper over it, and then this will go on the inner corner and the brow bone. So I think that is the plan for the palette on the eyes. And maybe I'll try bringing this darker color underneath. The lighter one is a little too red, that I'm afraid it's going to start looking pink-eye-ish on me. So let's start with that. I'm going to go in with my unicorn brushes that I got from Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks for the set and this really cool brush case. So let's go in with that light berry color. When I first was getting into makeup, or when I first like heard about Natasha Denona, I was like, oh, okay, her palettes are really expensive, but maybe her singles won't be that bad. Even her singles are like insanely priced for like eyeshadows. I think they're like starting at $35, $40, which is insane. Like, I love makeup, And her eyeshadows do blend out really easily if you notice. But I don't know, I just can't pay that much for eyeshadow, even though they are really good shadows. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, it's just hype and they're as good as, you know, a Wet n Wild shadow. Wet n Wild shadows are good. They're a different type of quality, but these shadows they're quick and easy shadows. They just like blend effortlessly, and it sucks that they are a good product and they are definitely being, I think, overpriced. You know, I could definitely see if maybe you're charging like $80 a palette, but like $120, $130, that is just too much for me. Like, even the Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, like, I've swatched them and I've tried one of them out because I have a friend who has one and she's let me use it, and they are really nice shadows, but I can't spend that much money on them. There's something in me that, even though they are very special and unique shadows, I can't do it. I cannot do it. If I won the lottery or became a millionaire or something, maybe then I mean, if I actually thought about it and didn't buy, this is me like trying to justify it, but like, if I really, how am I gonna do this? If I really wanted to and just didn't buy eyeshadows from like anyone else, and that was like what I bought for the year, you know, yeah, I could do it, but I like being able to, you know, buy different makeup, and yeah, I shouldn't be trying to justify it. It is what it is. They're nice eyeshadows. I can appreciate them. At least they do make these mini palettes and stuff, so not the end of the world. And when do I ever go through an entire eyeshadow palette that I need a $120 eyeshadow palette? I don't. I have never, I never really, not saying never, hit pan on an eyeshadow palette, because back in the day when I only had like a few, I didn't always have this insane eyeshadow collection. I did hit pan sometimes on eyeshadow palettes. It's very rare, but it has happened. And I do have a few eyeshadow palettes here that I've actually hit pan on. But again, that is a very rare occurrence. The eyeshadow palettes that I've hit pan on, it's like eyeshadow palettes that I've brought to work, and I just like use those eyeshadow palettes because I sometimes am lazy and will sleep in, and then I do my makeup either on the train or when I get to work, because I'll get there a little bit early and have time to slap on some quick, easy makeup. Like, I'll do certain makeup I don't mind doing on the train, but I wouldn't, like, take out my blending brush and start doing eyeshadow and stuff on the train. Okay, I'll worry about that later. That looks like it's gonna stain the brush, but it is what it is. Now let's take a smaller crease brush and go into the lower crease with that darker color and just darken it up. Just a little bit. I have to, so far this red's looking okay. I just have to watch it sometime. When it's on top of my eyes, it's fine. It's when I bring it underneath my eyes, I have to be careful with red colors because it can make me look very sickly very quickly. And I did not mean to rhyme that. I am lame. Okay, let's bring that out. It took me forever to figure out what palette I wanted to play with. I kept on like changing my mind. I was like, I want to play with this one. Then I was like, no, I want to play with this one. Total first world problems, but I got in the mail, I picked as my birthday present from Sephora. If you're a VIB or Rouge, you can get a pack of the Milk Kush Mascara and the cooling stick. So I got that because I wanted to try the mascara, and I'm pretty impressed. I like it. Might be one of the few high-end mascaras I will actually buy, but then I'm also wondering, is it because it's in the mini? Because sometimes stuff in mini form I like that I don't like in a full size, like the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I like it in the mini one, but in the full-size one, it doesn't work out for my eyes, which is interesting. Which I can which, you know, I see why it happens, because the brush is basically the size of the mini mascara tube, and you don't get, you know, that extra room in the brush that you get in a normal size mascara. But I've gotten the opposite too, where the mini's been horrible and then the full size was great. So you can't always judge with those, because sometimes the formula is different or whatever. Because I have bought stuff that like was in a mini or maybe a single or like a pack or something, and then when I actually bought like the full size one, the product was completely different. And why is this not building up in my eye? These mattes are great. You don't get any fallout from them at all. On the eyes or in the pan, which is really cool. Because some of her shadows, I have the mini star, the mini sunset, and the mini lila. And I have this cranberry palette. It's the only, like, I guess, large or full-size palette that I have. I don't have any of, like, her $100 and plus palettes. The one that I really like, of course, is $200 and something, and I always, for some reason, pick the most expensive thing from a brand or a company, and I like it. I don't know why I do that, but I always seem to be good at that. Okay, there we go. So, I like the way that looks. again, with the two red colors, I kind of wish there was, I don't know, they did a distinction between the two colors, because I feel like they're very similar. So again, you're not going to get too many different looks. They're very pretty colors, but at least like with this mini sunset palette, you get like a matte cream color and a matte brown color, so it's a little more versatile. Again, I wish like with this you maybe got like an actual orange or a red or something and a brown, but that's just me if I was designing the palette. And again, I got this on sale, so not as annoying, I think, as if I maybe paid the actual 50 plus sales tax. So like in New York, that's closer to like $60 after you buy it, because everything in New York is ridiculously expensive. I think our sales tax it's 8.5%. And then I'm so glad in Brooklyn, it's, unless like you live all the way out in the middle of nowhere, Brooklyn, it's kind of pointless to have a car because we have the highest insurance rates. And I know people who keep their car, and it's so funny watching them trying to park on like opposite whatever sideway parking rules. I haven't driven a car and had a car in so long, I forget what you have to like go out and move the car. I remember for street cleaning, you have to go out and move the car. But yeah, it's been like 10 years plus since I've been around a car or had a car in my possession, so that's one of the things I love about living in the city. Well, when it gets cold, it sucks, but it keeps you in good shape. I take public transportation everywhere, and I walk a lot, and I don't like driving, so I am more than content walking or taking public transportation. I mean, it is nice to take a cab every once in a while, but that's only like at night or really early in the morning, because that's when there's like no traffic. But trust me, it can be like 2:30 in the morning and you can find traffic in Manhattan on the road. I remember like because I do waitress sometimes at a nightclub. I do bottle services, and people in New York get up and go to work sometimes at insane hours, because I would be coming home because the bars close at 4 a.m. in New York is the closing time. So if you're, leaving a bar, you're not leaving till like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you're not getting on the bus till, because at that time the subways don't really run that often. It's like every 45 minutes to an hour. So sometimes you're stuck waiting forever for a subway train, and I know people are probably thinking that's really unsafe sounding, going home on a train at 4:30 in the morning. I would say more like 2:30, 3:30 is a little more dangerous, because at that time you have MTA workers going to work, you have other people who are going to work, because it's New York and people work insanely crazy hours. So, yeah, I would be coming home from work and there would be people getting up and going to work. I would feel like a vampire. The sun's coming up and I am hiding and going to bed. I'm just lucky that I can sleep with my blinds kind of open, so I would actually get sunlight, because I know some people have to sleep with like blackout curtains, but once I'm out, I could sleep through World War III. I am a very, very, very heavy sleeper. Okay, put that bronze color on. You do have to layer it a little to build it up, but I am gonna put that purple color over it. So let's just do one more layer. I like this. It's got like a purplish undertone to the copper. I really like it. It's a very pretty color. See, at least like the colors in the pan, they don't look that special, but when you put them on the eyes, they are really, really nice. And it's definitely, you know, I think worth the splurge to have a little nice palette like this, to have some different shadows that aren't, you know, it's not like you can run out and get an eyeshadow. Well, you probably could these days, but it's not like a common eyeshadow. So let's put that purple over it. And then plop that champagne-y color on. Oh. You really can't see it because that purple color is really a topper color. But it does add some nice sparkle to this copper eyeshadow. Okay. So there we go. Let's put the topper on the other eye. Okay. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. Awesome. Let's just throw that champagne color on and we're good to go. Okay, that gold is a very sheer color. All of these shimmer colors have micro glitter in them, so if you don't like micro glitter, you probably will not like these shadows, because that's how they are so shimmery, is they have this really pretty micro shimmer in them. So let's do this eye. And Okay. Very pretty, nice little subtle shine. And then let me grab a smaller brush for my inner corner. And just plop it on the inner and lower tear ducts. Very pretty. La, 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 la. Okay, and then this eye. Okay, a little more. And so, yeah, if you basically broke the math down, you're paying $10 in eyeshadow in this palette, which is a little pricey for 2.5 grams, but it is better than $40 in eyeshadow, so okay. So that is the finished look. It is very pretty. I definitely like it. I do like Natasha Denona shadows, but again, the price is a little crazy. So if you are looking for maybe like a nice palette that you want to treat yourself with, or you just want that one palette that's a little different for your collection and you want to splurge and treat yourself, I would definitely, look into it. These are not shadows that you need or have to have. It's a nice thing to have. They are nice. They do blend well, but you definitely can buy other shadows to get a look like this, but there are little things that, do make the shadows very special. So you can buy this at Sephora. I will leave the link in the information down below. And yeah, thank you so much for sitting with me and blabbing and listen to me blab. And yeah. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do swatches of that bundle pack I got from Pinky Rose, so that will be tomorrow. And thank you so much for just hanging out with me. And yeah, have a good night, YouTube, and I will see you tomorrow, and we'll do a little swatch party with those Pinky Rose palettes. Thank you so much for watching, and I just have to show you these earrings I got from Amazon. They are so cute. They look like little goldfish in a bag, and these are like little actual plastic bags around clear, I guess like polymer clay with a goldfish in it. I bought these off Amazon. They are so cute. So yeah, just wanted to show you my little goldfish earrings, and thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, YouTube. See you in the next one. Bye.